in the name of your guardian Lord, who has created you.
We have an open door policy where we don't say no to nobody.
I could see the love and the caring of the community and of Allah in this community.
The sisters have to feel comfortable coming to any masjid.
I never heard Imam Susadeen say to anyone, you can't do it. Whatever you ask, he said, we got to do that.
The Jews had their prophet, Christians had their prophet, but we believe in all the prophets.
The most profound ayat in the Quran for me is where Allah is reminding us that I have created you all different. Nations, tribes, individuals, communities, but not so that you may hate and despise one another, but so that you may get to know and appreciate the differences of one another. Climbing in Philadelphia, when we started Masjid Isha, for us it was a little iffy and a little tricky. We were young, and we were young kids, we were young children again, even at that time. I think I was maybe 20, at the time, 22, 23, and most of the other people were even younger than me. Other masjids really looked down on us. We were young kids, they thought we were street kids or what have you. And most of the masjids, people were dug in, they were more professionals, homeowners, different things of that magnitude, that nature. And we didn't really feel wanted in a lot of the masjids that we would go to. And so we wound up starting Masjid Isha. And it was a pool hall down the street, a block away. And we made mention, we said, maybe we should ask the guy, could we rent the pool hall? Could we rent the basement? And that created a challenge because the pool hall was infested with drugs, was infested with drug dealers, was infested with a lot of crime, murders. This was a particular area that we were averaging maybe 6 murders a month. And we went in and got rid of the drug dealers, chased them out of the pool hall, cleaned the place up, painted it all up, put down new carpet, and it became what was known Masjid Isha at that time. Yeah, so that's how Masjid Isha started, and that was approximately about 25 years ago. Press conferences down here with Newsweek magazine, press from all around the world, international press delegate coming back in. This is the actual intersection here of the 5-point corner. And we used to hold classrooms and hold school right here in the middle of this street, right here. Putting the desks in the middle of the street, the classes in the middle of the street. Over in this corner over here was a store there, which has now been torn down. This was the actual center of where all of this happened at. This was the actual physical Masjid Isha. Over here was our first Masjid Isha mosque here. We did all of the renovations. We used to have the barbecue grills out here. We used to serve our food out here, have the mosque inside of the store. Now you see the store in this particular corner and where it is. We gave about 1,400 people Shahada in a matter of 14 months. So we really outgrew that particular small masjid. And we found the opportunity to open up Masjid Muhammad, come across a bigger building, 50,000 square foot building. And so when we were in transition and making the move from Masjid Isha over to Masjid Muhammad, there were some that thought we should have kept the name Masjid Isha. And they were wondering, well, why would we change it to Masjid Muhammad? And at that time, I was traveling all around the country with the community, Imam Warthi Muhammad's community, and we would be in a different city every weekend. And we did this for about 12 years straight. And through my travels, every city I went in, there was a Masjid Muhammad. And it dawned on me, said, there's no masjid. I said, Philadelphia is one of the biggest cities in the country, have one of the largest Muslim populations in the country out of any city, and there's no Masjid Muhammad. And so to us, it became a no-brainer that Philadelphia had to have a Masjid Muhammad. So that's how we went from Masjid Isha to the name of Masjid Muhammad at Penn and Belfield.
Yeah. That's the refuge and a lawful community.
Water! Look at us, look at everything. It comes from water. You look in the south, so man, you can tell a person.
You don't really mind.
How you been? You good?
Yes,
all right. Well, Allah's blessings, the huge building, have all those elements here. Businesses and schools and shops and recreational facilities and learning facilities and qualified people to do so.
I don't know of any other masjid probably in this world that has a boxing gym inside the masjid.
I seen someone pulling the community together, raising the community, you understand, and teaching them and empowering them. I never heard Imam Susadeen say to anyone, you can't do it. Whatever you ask, he said, we got to do that. Come on, you go ahead and do it. You got that. Matter of fact, you're the leader of this program now.
We have an open door policy where we don't say no to nobody. We don't want to give nobody an excuse. They come here, what you want to do, what you want to be, how can we help you? How can we help you develop? What can we do for you? And we have to put our money where our mouth is. We have to make the sacrifices to realize what we try to do.
It's very relaxing to be around people that you know and you love. You know, the family atmosphere. I can see the love and the caring of the community and of Allah in this community.
What I like about this masjid is that the women has a voice. We can come and say we don't like this. We have a room that is our room. Sometimes the brothers try to come take over, but we still have that voice and say this is our room, or this is what we want, or do we want to change this? Do we want to change that? And I run one of the sister Shahada classes, and sometimes other classes for the sisters. And I always tell them, do you want to go to a place where you're not recognized, somebody's always talking down to you? Can you come in and feel comfortable like a brother's your brother, like your brother from out on the street? Or when you come in the building, do people just look at you and like, just look right through you? In Islam, women held at the very highest status. If you're a mother, you're a woman. If you're a daughter, you're a woman. The sisters have to feel comfortable coming to any masjid, and within this masjid, the women are comfortable.
What brought me to Masjid Muhammad was out of everywhere I took my family, this was the place they felt the most comfortable. Definitely one of the major factors in that decision was the way my wife felt about it, because, you know, the wife pretty much sets the tone of the home, and I wanted her to be happy at home as well as at the masjid. So if she felt good about it, then I knew that she would make sure that, you know, she educated herself and the children were educated and everything else.
The masjid and the mosque that we know of today have almost become like the Masonic temple, where everything is a secret, you know, and where people are afraid to enter into the mosque not knowing if it's okay, can they go into a masjid? You know, I get, like I said, gave like 11,000 people Shahada, and I asked each and every one of them, how long you was thinking about taking your Shahada? And some would say, oh, I was thinking about it for 8 years. I was thinking about it for 10 years. And I say, well, why so long? Why you didn't just come and do it? And they would respond, I didn't know if it was okay that I could come into a mosque. I didn't know how I could enter into the mosque. I didn't know if I had to have my hair covered. I didn't know if I had to take off my shoes. So people are literally afraid, you know, because the mosque and the masjid and the Muslims are walking around like they have this secret, this big secret, and have this big secret order. And the average person is afraid and not knowing, you know, I want to take my Shahada, but how do I do it? And we give a person Shahada, it takes about 10 minutes or whatever. The person say, Dad, that's it. It's like, I thought it was like a 4-year course. They almost thought they had to go to college. And so we want to make that simple. We want to make that easy. And so one of our goals to do that is we said that we would take it to the streets.
This is the reopening of Masjid Isha, which used to be located a block from here. So we're looking to bring some life back to this neighborhood.
Masjid Muhammad's job now is to go back out there and revisit the streets. Because Masjid Isha was a grassroots masjid for the common people, for the young people, for the forgotten people.
The first ayat revealed in the Quran was, read. Iqra. Read. That was the first ayat revealed. Read. Iqra. Read. That's what the angel Jibril said to the prophet. Iqra. Read. And the prophet said, I can't. And he said to him, Iqra. The prophet said, I can't. And he said to him, Iqra. Bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. Read in the name of your guardian Lord, who has created you. See, when he understood that, he said, read in the name of my God and Lord who has created me. It was no longer a problem. Alamau and Sanamau Yatlam. He who taught you that which you knew not.
It is extraordinary. We have been given something that has been gone beyond what everybody else has believed, but for the good. You know, they stop at, I believe in this prophet, I believe in that prophet. You know, the Jews had their prophet, Christians had their prophet, but we believe in all the prophets.
I have created you all different. Nations, tribes, individuals, communities, but not so that you may hate and despise one another, but so that you may get to know and appreciate the differences of one another.